Here we are once again, and once again, welcome back to Monoverse Studio. And if this is your first time, then welcome to Monoverse Studio. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. The month of May started off really slow, and then eventually those kits started stacking on more and more and more. We had back orders, Premium Bandai, rare finds, some older kits that came back, and the list goes on and on. This might actually be our biggest haul up to date. So let's not waste any further time and let's quickly go through what I got for the month of May. So let's go ahead and start off with the smallest kit. And when I got into this hobby, I did not like the SD lineup almost at all. I didn't find it appealing, and I have a confession to make. Up to date, I have not built an SD kit at all, even though now I do own multiple of them. But I will get to it eventually. I actually do have something planned for that. So let's look at our first kit, and that is the Astray Gold Frame. So this is the Gundam Astray Gold Frame, and basically this is the BB299. I saw this and it just caught my attention, obviously because of the gold. The images in the box actually don't do it justice as how the frame actually looks inside. It actually looks pretty cool. Our first SD for the month of May. Next up is another SD kit, but this is more of a different take. It's still a chibi kit, but I don't know if I really want to say it's an SD. I mean, it is a deformed kit, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the Sakupla-kun DX, and this is a new lineup actually. Of course, obviously started with the RX-78-2, which I have in the background there. In June, they would release the Char-Saku. I've made it a habit of whenever I buy any of the mass production Saku kits, I always, if I can, I always tend to get 2 copies of them. And with this one, of course I did. I picked up 2 of them, and the reason for getting 2 of them is that I'll have Char-Saku along with this, so it'll make the trio. So once it's built, you can display it in 2 different ways. And one of them is to display it just like this, and then the other one is to display it inside a runner with the parts already built. The next kit is a small kit, but it's not an SD, and that is just this weapon set. And this is the weapon set for the Neptake. I think I mentioned this kit either last month or the month before that. This is the weapon for that kit. Once it's all put together, it's gonna look pretty cool. So this next kit is a little bit bigger, and is one of those rare finds. I found this at my local hobby off, and that is this 1/100 RX-78-2 of the original kit. The same as the original kit, except at a 1/100 scale. Well, not exactly the same, because this one actually comes with the core fighter that you actually build separately and then you attach to it. This one I'll definitely airbrush and panel line and scribe and do all that stuff. So now let's go ahead and move on to some higher grade kits. And the first one we'll take a look at is the Red Gundam. Of course, I recently reviewed this kit. I don't know what else can be said about this kit that hasn't been said. I've done an unboxing video as well as the recent review. It is still one of May's hauls. I do love this kit. I've been waiting for it for a while. Loved it so much, I got 2 of them. And if you take a look at my review video, you'll know why I picked 2. It's not that I actually wanted 2 kits or 4 bits. Well, I did wanted 2 kits, but one of them is for a different reason. So go ahead and check that video out if you're curious about what that reason is. And the one after this one will be Bokata's Gelgug, I believe. So I'm not sure if I'll do a full review on Bokata's Gelgug, because technically it's pretty much the same as Sugaya's Gelgug. But that's for another day. And our next kit is from the Gundam Build Fighters lineup, and that is the Sengoku Astray Gundam. And of course what I like about this kit is the weapons, and that is the katanas, and this one has 2 of them. Looks really cool. Also what I like about this kit is the backpack. It is this Japanese Oni, right? So like a Japanese demon, and then it looks really cool with both swords. So yeah, this is another really good find. I had not planned on buying this kit, I just happened to see it. And we did pick up a second Build Fighters Gundam kit, and that is Kamiki Burning Gundam. I got this one because it actually comes with some effect parts. I had seen this kit before, but I don't know, I just guess at the time I didn't really pay much attention to it. I think until I saw a review on it or a video where they showed off how this kit looks built, and I thought, you know what, it looks pretty good, so let's give it a chance. Next kit is a Double O Gundam, and that is the Double O Quan. And lately I've been seeing more Double O kits actually, but in the past I've already picked up the Exia and the Double O, and now we have the Double O Quant. So that lineup in our collection is already starting to grow, and I really do like the Double O kits, how they look. Next kit is a Premium Bandai item. Well, not necessarily an exclusive Premium Bandai, but that's where I got it from. And that is an Gunpla kit. And what is Gunpla? It's basically a type of plastic that's more eco-friendly, and usually those kits come in all black, and this is the Saku 2 version of that. Like I said before, they come in all black, so it actually looks pretty cool, an all black kit. I don't know if I'll leave it black or I'll give it some color. Leaving it all black might be cool. So next up we have another Saku, and this is not an Gunpla one, and this is from Gundam Seta, and that is the RMS 106. And when I started watching Gundam Seta, I really liked this Saku version. So this is actually a little more beefier than the Saku. It's got more detail. Another Saku kit that I'm really looking forward to building. So the next HG kit is one that I had actually missed out on before, and I've been patiently waiting for it to become available, and I was at the right place at the right time, and that is the Seagok Freedom version. Now, Seagok is one of my favorite kits as well, so I really like how this kit looks. And then the Freedom version looks even better. So here you can see how that looks. And I know that this kit comes with, well, it doesn't come with, but it's usually displayed with the optional parts, which to our surprise, we were also lucky enough to get. And this is the Cavalier Aphrid. So Cavalier Aphrid optional part set. There's the Seagok attached to it. And I've actually seen this kit on display, and it actually looks bigger than I thought, which makes it look even better. I don't want to wait too long for this kit, as I really like the feel and the aesthetics of it. And also I think it would be really cool to somehow include LEDs in it. Now I don't know how I would do that, but that's what makes it fun as well. Now for our next stop, let's look at some real grades. And our first item that we'll look at is a Premium Bandai kit. Not necessarily a kit, but more of an expansion for a kit. And that is the expansion effect unit, Seraphim Feather, and this is for the Wing Gundam 0 EW. And this is basically more like a stand for the Wing Gundam. As you can see in the images here, you build it like so, and then in the middle you would have the Wing Gundam. Again, this is not something that you need, but it does make the kit look a little bit better. Now for the next item, this is an actual RG kit, and that is the Justice Gundam. So this is the 9th RG kit in the lineup. And as I mentioned last month, one of my goals is to collect all the base RGs. And what actually makes this kit cool is that it comes with the flight set. You can build it and then put the Destiny Gundam on top. This is one of the earlier real grade kits, and I think it still holds up to date. And it is a kit that I am looking forward to building when the time comes. Next up is the Gundam GPO-01 Sephiroth. So yeah, this is another really cool looking kit. Now this is another design that I really like. And this one comes with a core fighter. Here's some action poses. So this was another really good pickup. And we're not done with the real grades, we still have a couple more to go. Next up is the Double O Quant. We just saw the HG version earlier, and this is the real grade version of that. Now this kit I do have. I found it at the store one day and I picked it up, and then I forgot that there was a back order for it as well. And then the back order came. So now I have two. So what that means is I should filter my back orders and see which kits I don't need and see which ones I still want to prevent this kind of thing. Now here we can see some action poses. Here's the other side. I really like the sword on this. Next RG kit is another one from the Double O series, and that is the Double O Racer. Now this one I really like. The Racer is one of my favorites in terms of aesthetics. Alright, here's the side. Now the size of this box is just like the other ones, but it does feel a lot heavier. So that can only mean that this kit has a lot more parts in it. And you can take some of the parts off and build this. Alright, now let's look at our last real grade for the month of May. And that is the Wing Gundam EW. And here's a look at the sides. It's got its transformation. So another cool looking kit. It's got the classic colors, red, white, yellow, blue, It looks pretty pulsable. Again, we won't know until we get to it. Now let's go ahead and move on into the major leagues. And to start us off, we'll be taking a look at a premium Bandai item. And this is another expansion kit. And this is the double fin funnel. And it is a double fin funnel custom unit for the V Gundam Verka. And actually when I picked this one up, I actually thought that this was for the RG. Somehow I missed that this is for the master grade, but which is totally fine because I would have wanted it for the master grade as well. So it's kind of better since the master grade is bigger. And here is what that looks like with the two fins put together. Also includes some of the effects and a base. And with the perfect grade coming in January, it actually hypes me up even more to building this kit. And the next master grade was another back order that came in, and that is another Endless Waltz kit. And that is the Gundam Dead Side, because as the name suggests, it actually comes with a dead side. Here are the sides. The next master grade is a classic and one of my favorites, and that is the Goof. And this is the one that's piloted by Rambarol. And here you see it includes the figures of Rambarol and Hamun. I don't know what it is about the Goof, but I really like the design of it. It could be that I am a little bit biased, as blue being my favorite color, but I do love the way it looks. I like the two shoulder spikes. Next up is another classic, and this one is really hard to find for some reason, and that is the Saku 2. So this is the mass-produced MS-06J Saku, and as I said before, mass-produced Sakus are hard to come by. Either because they're being bought constantly, or I don't know why the real reason is. So as you can see by the logo, this is a older kit. I haven't seen one with the newer blue logos. So for this one, I did have to pay a little bit more than what I would have, but I think it's totally worth it because I do love the mass-produced Saku. So I do have a back order for this kit, and that one I'm not going to cancel, and hopefully it'll come in. And what's cool about this one is that on the back you can see other Saku versions. The next one is an older kit, but in a bigger box. And here we have the F91 Gundam, and I think this is from the movie, from the F91 Gundam movie. The LED unit that's being shown here, it actually looks pretty good, but I think using more modern LEDs and some customization, we can actually make it look even better. Lately I've been thinking about LEDs and how I would include that into some of the kits. Next up, the 00 Racer Master Grade. So I think this one's gonna be really good since I really do like the 00 Racer design. Here are the sides of that. Here's the other. Now we just have to find the time when we're gonna be able to get to this. But soon, I hope. And what's better than one 00 Master Grade? Well, two 00 Master Grades, of course. And this one is from Premium Bandai, and this is the YNY 001 Gundam Astrea. And this one is with the Proto-G and Twin Broadblade. Now, since this is a Premium Bandai kit, it comes in a single color, and it doesn't have any side images. Next up, the Master Grade Banshee. And to be more precise, this is the full cycle frame prototype unit. So one interesting thing about the Unicorn Banshee is that when I initially saw this kit, I didn't really like it. Even the illustration was not all that appealing. And that changed until I saw this kit in display. Here are some of the sides. And here's the other side with some of the transformations. So this is the only Master Grade Banshee that I own. I don't have the Verka version, so I don't know which one is better. I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me down in the comments which version you prefer, if it's either this one or the Verka. And we're down to the last Master Grade kit, and this is one that I've been waiting for a while. Again, a Premium Bandai kit, and that is the Narrative Gundam B-Packs Verka. And this one is the B-Pack that comes with these additions on the side. And I've only seen this in Premium Bandai, so I assume that is a Premium Bandai only item. Could be, I could be wrong. And here's the size of that. I like the weapon set that it comes with. Right, it even comes with its own base. And that's what that looks like here. Next kit is an older, bigger kit. And it's actually a kit that I own, and one that you can see on this screen around this area. But technically it's not the same. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. And that is the Perfect Grade Saku. It is kind of rare for these older Perfect Grade kits to be re-released. I guess because they're so old. So I don't think they get released every so often. So initially when I bought Char Saku, I was looking for this one next. And it was tough to find, or it was pretty expensive. But I got lucky. I was able to find it reasonably priced. Now it would be nice to have a second one. I would eventually want 2 of these. And again, that is to keep that 2-to-1 ratio. Have 2 mass-produced Sakus along with Char Saku. And in Perfect Grade, that would look epic. Now let's go ahead and close up with some of the kits that are not Gundam. So first off, this is a kit that I had been searching for. It is pretty expensive compared to the original price that it was. It's a collaboration kit. And the kit that I'm talking about is this one. So this is the Gundam Hello Kitty collaboration kit. Now, I'm not a Hello Kitty fan, but I just couldn't say no to this kit. It's got a lot of charm. It is really cool to see Hello Kitty as the RX-78 too. And there's other versions of the Hello Kitty. There's one with the mass-produced Saku, Char Saku. I got the one that I wanted. I wanted the RX-78 version. So the next kit is not Gundam related at all, but it is movie related, and it is from one of my favorite movies, and that is the DeLorean from the Back to the Future Part 3. And here it is, how it looks on the side. So again, this is a DeLorean version from Back to the Future Part 3. I do have Part 2 and 1, and I do want to start off with the first one, of course, and then the second one, and then get to this one. What would be really fun for this kit is to build a diorama around it, kind of like a movie set around it. So next up is a Dragon Ball kit, and that is Super Saiyan Broly in full power. Now Broly is one of my other favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z, and that is just how savage he looks. And I think this kit is done very well. Here are the sides. Definitely a lot of action poses can be made. So you've seen my other Dragon Ball kits in past videos. I think last month I got Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 form. Will I get more Dragon Ball related kits? Maybe. I don't think I would go as far as to collect all of them like I do with Gundam, but I will pick up one here and there. Now let's go ahead and look at our last kit. And this one is not one that a lot of people outside of Japan would know, but it is a famous character within Japan. And that is this Kumamon kid. Kumamon is this bear, and you've seen this bear before on the channel, and that is the one that I have in my coffee cup here. And this is Kumamon. So Kumamon is the mascot of Kumamoto. It's a prefecture in Japan. Now every prefecture has its own mascot. Even some cities have their own mascot. So there's a lot of mascots, and this is one of the most popular ones in all of Japan. And since I like bears and I've seen videos of this mascot on YouTube, he's actually pretty funny. So if you guys have time, I would recommend you guys checking out some of his videos. And this is a very basic, simple kit. But what's cool about it is that it comes with all these different facial expressions. So that's really nice. Now, I don't know if there's other kits for other mascots. Not that I know of, and I haven't seen any. But that would actually be pretty interesting because there's other popular mascots that if they had their own kit, that actually would be pretty cool to collect as well. Now that definitely took a while, and we didn't even really went into much detail on any single kit. Again, I think up to date, this has been the biggest haul we've had. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you liked the video. A like, a subscribe would be nice. You don't have to, but it would be nice. And until then, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.